Something I would say to people is I believe everything in life happens for a reason. I questioned, why is this happening to me? I felt like I didn't deserve it, but I'm a person of faith, and I feel like God was giving me this challenge to overcome and to show everyone that even the negative comments and what people say do not define who you are. And I feel like because it was in the public eye, I've shown people resiliency. I've learned to stand strong in who I am, stand strong in my truth. And for people that still don't believe, I just work hard every day. I'm working hard here at Miss Universe to show why I deserve to be here. And I just hope time will just allow people to see more and more of who I am. And I just believe the hard work will show for itself.
My biggest strength, well, I think that those strengths are developed because of our life's experiences. And we moved around the world. Like I lived in South Africa, in Chile, in Colombia, in Spain, in Italy. And that made me an adaptable person. And I do think that's something that at the moment when I was like 7, 8 years old, I felt like, why is it happening to me? You know, like moving around and having to start from scratch every single year in school. And then I figured out it became part of my DNA. Now, after graduating from high school, I looked for the scholarship. I wanted to study abroad. I went to study English in Canada, then I went for the scholarship, then I moved to Chile, then I moved in Venezuela, back again for the Miss Venezuela. So I think adaptability is a main characteristic that now it runs through my veins.
When I first came to the U.S. with my family, I left all my family in Dominican Republic, and I went back a year and a half later for summer vacation. And when I went back, I went to play with my cousins, and I went to look for them, and she was married to a very older man than her. And so in that moment, I was mad. I think I was mad because I wanted to play, and she was not able to play with me. But now I realize she should not have been a mother or a wife. She should have been studying and playing with me because I was, 14, 15? And so I think having that experience shaped me and said, this is what we all live, and this cannot happen. So I want to make sure that I can do something every single day to help that not happen.
I've experienced cyberbullying 2 years ago, and it was definitely a hard period in my life. But, you know, when you go through such a time, there's something that you need, and that's light. You need somebody to help you go through it. And most of the times, it's just yourself that has to pull yourself out of that hard moment. And I felt like, you know, I found resiliency within myself, and I always stayed positive. I had a positive mindset. Even now, I tested positive for COVID coming here on the first day I arrived. So then when you have these adversities or obstacles presenting in your way, you always need to find the light and see what that opportunity or that thing can teach you so that you can overcome it and not use it as something that's going to hold you back, but use it as an arsenal of strength. And that's exactly what I did, and that's what I want to teach everybody that's going through something in their life.
I am someone that loves space. Since I was a little girl, I would look up at the stars and I would think it was magic. For me, it was just an infinite possibility. Like when you think about space and the fact that space is infinite, but it's ever expanding, that's mind-blowing. And I always said that one day I was going to go to space. There was a moment where I also wanted to, be Miss Universe, and I didn't think I fit the prototype of a beauty queen. So I would say, if I can't be Miss Universe, at least I can go to the universe. So.